Hey guys, and welcome. I am the Seven Swords, and we are back in Skyrim. I'm literally just picking up after the last episode. I decided I wanted to push for one more episode. You guys might get this week, you might be getting it the next week. I don't know. It depends on when I decide to upload them.
Everything all right?
But as for now, we'll be moving on to taking out Windhelm. We're heading to our Imperial camp in Eastmarch, wherever that is. Okay, yeah, I have it. Okay, where is it? There it is. You could always say, we'll head to Mazulf. Why is that green? Does that always go green? Interesting. Well, we are back here. In the last episode, we took White Winterhold, and now we're going to take Eastmarch and march on and I believe we are marching on Windhelm today. So the Imperial War, the war against Ulfric Stormcloak, is finally coming to a close. In the last episode, we were elevated to the rank of Legate, which I'm pretty sure puts us right below the General. So I'm pretty sure we're as high a rank as we can be. I think we're named Champion after the war is over. I do know that we're supposed to get some kind of armor from this, and I have not gotten it, so I'm not entirely sure what this is all about. Although we have gotten some armor from this. One of the armor we've gotten from it was we got the Dwarven armor last time. Nothing special, just a set of heavy Dwarven armor. I would more likely go with Ebony, personally. I kind of wish that they would have set it up with you getting better and better Imperial armor. I kind of wish it would have stuck with the Imperial thought process. I kind of understand, though, why it doesn't. Why it just goes to a random loophole. But I do kind of wish it would stick with like an Imperial theme. And like it would be like unique armor you can't get any other way. But whatever. I don't think I did. It just doesn't seem right for me because you don't see any of them wearing anything other than Imperial gear. Uh-oh. Oh, a dragon. Time for me to remind people why I'm the powerhouse of Skyrim. Come on. Got it. Oh, it's an ancient dragon. I see another dragon over there. I wonder why it has me using my voice every time I do that. There goes my destruction magic leveling up. And there's our level up. Nice and simple. Where is Unrelenting Force? Force of the Dragonborn, Power of Kings.
Too close.
And search him first. That essence of stuff is not supposed to be in this. I've been looking for that mod, and so far I have not found anything. Just have not figured out which mod is adding that stuff. And I don't want to mess with my mods anymore because I don't want to break it being so close to the end. So we're just gonna leave it be. If you don't know that mod, don't worry about it. It's just a mod that adds a couple of things that are used in other mods. I know why I have it, but I couldn't get it to work, so don't worry about it. Alright, look at
Something to report?
Hey, Ricka. Yep, reporting for
Your
duty.
objective is the enemy-held fort. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task?
The fort's good as
I knew I
ours.
could count on you, soldier.
That means that we are taking a fort today. I thought we were going to march right on Windhelm. Probably going to garrison the fort, and then we'll probably take Windhelm after that. Where is the fort? Make the same mistake I'd make last time. There's the fort. Fort Amal. Ooh. We can go back to Hilliard's tomb, that one guy. The one for that guy who's working for us as our steward. We probably should go back and see for more money from our farm.
Nothing here after all.
Oh. Hello, members of the Dawn Guard. You'd think you guys would run out of soldiers to throw at me eventually. Gotcha. Yeah, sure you will. Thank you. Thank you. And I don't know where the other one went. No, I don't care. Let's move on. As far as what I'll be doing with... I mentioned the epilogue a couple of times recently since we are getting close to the end of this. As far as what I'll be doing for the epilogue is I will be completing a few more of the quests. Just ones that I don't feel like Sarra would complete on her journey. Much like returning the Twilight Key to the Sepulchre. The Skeleton Key to the Twilight Sepulchre. And maybe a few others. I wonder why you don't do this on every single one where you take a fort and then take the town itself. Like, we didn't take Riften, so that was weird. Okay. Do I still have Summon Durnavir, or... No, I switched over to the Unrelenting Force. Let's go ahead and go to Summon Durnavir and get Durnavir here for this fort. It's always impossible to summon him. There we go. Hello, Durnavir. No, let's use Dragon Aspect, because I want to use Dragon Aspect for the, end of, for using, can't do this, though. Unrelenting Force.
Force?
I'm just throwing everything out today. Alright, that's fine. That's enough. Time to unlock some true power. Where was Unrelenting Flames? Burn! Oop. I gotta be careful about that. It's the main reason why I usually don't use that. Where's Harkon's sword at? There we go. We'll put healing hands on this one. I didn't realize how far range this had until I was watching somebody else play recently. But, like, I can heal this guy from like way over here. Like, it's actually quite a good distance. Lightning bolt. Kill the cowards. Oops. You think they're running for Windhelm? Oh, it ended. Alright. Back to the camp. You do have some of them where you do 2 tasks. Some of you only do 1 task.
Stay alert. Never know when those stone-cold dogs might charge.
We're taking the city! Meet the soldiers gathering for the attack! Move it!
The Battle of Windhelm. This is it, folks. Taking Windhelm and finishing the Civil War. Now, again, as I've said before, as I've said about 1,000 times before, we're going to be doing this slightly differently than how the game plays out. There will be a slight difference to how I end this, but it will go down very similarly to how it plays out. So that's super different. Where is Rise of Magicka? We have Dragon Aspect ready. Um, go with paralysis.
Time to deliver the final blow to the Stormcloak rebellion. You have all fought bravely and sacrificed much to bring us to this point. Ulfric thinks he can hide behind the walls of his castle. But
We are gonna level up real quick. Let's go with stamina. As far as what we're gonna put our points into, we're gonna be able to buy. We're gonna be able to sell stolen goods. We're gonna go ahead and get our dagger skills and sword skill up.
drag him out through the rubble to face justice. Because this is the end for them. The Stormcloaks will fight like cornered rats. They will be fierce and crafty. But they are no match for legionnaires. You are the best and the brightest warriors in Tamriel. Professional soldiers. Fearless and devastating. The Emperor will be paying close attention to what happens here today. Men who distinguish themselves will be well rewarded. Ready now! Everyone with me! For
Oh crap. Okay. Gotta do this because I messed up. I accidentally used a partial shout of dragon aspect. I want a full dragon aspect. Professionalism as its best, ladies and gentlemen. Professionalism at its best.
Empire! For the Legion!
Wait, what? Oh, give me a second. I gotta do this. Really? I like how it gives me the. It tells me that he's my target, and then I can't do it. That'd make fun. That would be funny. This war is one of the most realistic things for war. I feel like would make sense. Just everybody, just everywhere, smashing into everything. Where'd the rest of them go? I wish like I had like a healing aura that I could cast. I definitely don't know how the Stormcloaks continue to fight through this with what exactly they would be facing.
Me?
I don't even know if Battle Fury works with them because they're only they might be classed as my allies, but I don't think they're classed as my followers. And I think it only affects my followers, which is kind of an annoyance. We just keep getting an infinite supply of soldiers through the gates. Elemental Blast. Where's my, where's my Fire Breath shout? There we go. That's Frost. There we go.
Yo!
A lot of the city is blocked off to keep you from going straight to the castle. Sarah's gotten sick and tired of fighting her way through foot soldiers and wants to get the head. Cut the head of this beast on, put this war to an end. I could definitely say there's a part of her that probably really wants to end this war just because of what it's doing to the hold. It might be one of the few times where her morals aren't questionable. She wants to finish this because she's sick and tired of all the death that has been occurring.
Yo! Yo! Huh?
Ulfric Stormcloak, you are guilty of insurrection, murder of Imperial citizens, the assassination of King Torek, and high treason against the Empire. It's over.
Not while I'm still breathing, it's not.
Sorry, Galmor.
Step aside, Galmar. We're here to accept Ulfric's surrender.
I'll never surrender Skyrim into the hands of a corrupt and dying empire.
Skyrim doesn't belong to you, Ulfric.
No, but I belong to her.
Enough! You are traitors and will die traitors' deaths. Stand down and face public execution, or advance and face summary execution by my hands. It matters little to me. Either way, I'll be sending your heads back to Cyrodiil.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Fools!
Well, Ulfric, you can't escape from me this time. Any last requests?
Now, like I said, there's some differences here.
Before I send you to
I will explain the differences once we're
wherever you people
done with the scene.
going to die.
Sovngarde, sir.
Right. Well,
Let the Dragonborn be the one to do it. It'll make for a better song.
song or not, I just want it done.
I'll gladly kill him, sir.
Here, use my sword to do it. I made sure to sharpen it for the occasion.
By your command, General, I will wield your sword. Don't be surprised, though, that I'm not planning on using it. Any last words, Ulfric Stormcloak, before your end? No? Then die.
I'll enjoy killing you!
Talos be with you.
What was that, Liggett?
Just saying goodbye.
Well, then we'll be expecting some kind of speech. And we'll need to hand the city over to that freeman.
That's hilarious.
Runwolf. Yes, I've sent... and to protect him and bring him here. Windhelm will need a government quickly if we are to prevent more violence.
The Legion will be staying here for quite some time. I don't expect there to be any further violence. Oh, and Leggett, it's been an honor to have you at my side. As a token of my appreciation, I want
you to keep my sword. And now to deliver a speech.
Some have asked. I will talk about the rest of this episode. Will be me talking about this. So if you guys want to head out after this, if you just hear from the video of the game, then that's fine. I will be talking a lot about what Sarah's thoughts are on the war before I finish it. But this won't be going on much longer after that. So
The rebellion is over. Ulfric Stormcloak is dead. His head will be sent to Cyrodiil, where it will adorn a spike on the walls of the Imperial City. Let this day be a final warning to all who would still call themselves Stormcloaks. We are turning the city over to Brunwolf Freewinter, an honorable and faithful man. Many of you will be staying in Windhelm to aid the Jarl in restoring order and stamping out any embers of rebellion that may still smolder here. In appreciation for your exemplary service, I am doubling your pay and compensation to the widows of your fallen comrades.
nice, good job, nice decision.
I am proud of all of you. All hail the Emperor.
So is the trick here that
His legionnaires.
I hate giving speeches.
I can understand the thought process?
I hope we haven't just created a martyr.
There's bound to be resistance. There are many Stormcloak camps tucked away in the hills. They'll no doubt strike whenever and wherever they can. But without Ulfric to inflame their passions, they'll settle down and return to their homes eventually.
Very
I
true.
pray you're right, Legolas.
She is.
In the meantime, we'll continue to root them out and put them to the sword. We couldn't have done this without you. The Empire glories in your accomplishments. Come, Rika. There's still much to be done.
Waiting, the insufferable waiting. I love that. Will you return to Cyrodiil? Is there anything further I can do for the Legion?
Ulfric is dead and his army destroyed. There's not much more I could ask of you. The gods, however, I suspect, may have plans for you elsewhere. That said, Stormcloak true believers are still operating out of hidden military camps in the hills. If you encounter any on your travels, kill them. With luck, they'll soon lose heart and return to their homes and families. If not, we'll be forced to put them all to the sword.
I don't need her. She doesn't need to ask you either of these. She knows that he's not returning to Cyrodiil, that he's going to be here for a while, and she knows that with Ulfric dead, peace is not.
As you were.
War is something that'll keep going. I know how many of you wish I would have said war never changes, which I just did, so there you go. But I don't personally like making the Fallout reference, and just because Bethesda made both games. But for those who are done, goodbye. For those who wish to be here for what I talk about with Sarah's aftermath, we'll talk more about that. The game, we're not done with Sarah's story. We will be picking up in the next. We will be picking up in the next one to finish this up. But we are done with the war. And for now, let's head to Azura Manor. Alright, so, now that we're in Azura's Manor, some may want to know what my plans are. Or more of what did I mention, what was I talking about when I mentioned the fact that there is a slight difference between what we saw happen with the war and what was different about the ending. In the actual ending, she did feed on Ulfric Stormcloak, but she did more than that. She's been learning from her vampiric powers and her powers as Dragonborn, and I do believe that she devoured Ulfric Stormcloak's soul. I don't believe she stripped them of their armor and weapons. I just wanted that because I wanted their equipment. I didn't care for his axe, but I did care for their armor, since it is the Stormlord armor, which is rare. and I definitely believe that she wanted to have that as her obtainment special. Nope, that goes to Skyrim. Must be this way. I always forget this place because we don't come here very often. I do like the sound of Sovereign Guard though in the background. That is what this music is from. Here we go. But the big difference is that she kills. One thing I do want to talk about is why did she choose to kill Ulfric Stormcloak like he requested? Why not say he doesn't deserve the right and just let General Tullius do it, or however that runs? Personally, Sarra wanted to kill him. She wanted to absorb his power as someone who can use the voice. She wanted to absorb his abilities. She wanted that true power. The other bit of reason of why she did what she did was she believed that Ulfric Stormcloak deserved it. She does respect Ulfric Stormcloak. She doesn't like Ulfric. She doesn't believe he was right. She doesn't believe he had a right to do what he did, but she does respect him. Hey, Pickle. She does respect him as a character. So she's not going to disrespect him by telling him, no, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to let somebody else do it. Screw you and your better songs. She also does believe that he is right. It will mean a better song. I kind of wish I could. Off topic for a quick moment. She probably would destroy this statue, or at least get rid of it, and then put a statue of Magnus there instead, like that has from the, or at least what I believe to be the statues of Magnus that are from the like the college and stuff. I love this Wimmer. I love this forge though. This is my second favorite house. Of course, I prefer the house of. Oh, I didn't know I had a statue of Malakath here. That's weird. Or is that Dagon? It might be Dagon. No, I think that's Malakath. I think this is Malakath. I'm not sure. And I think I know why it's Malakath. I think that it's because I believe Malakath is actually Azura's son. And what's the other way? So I feel like there should be something the other way. This is a very nice place. We might sit in here and talk. Ooh, Mara. I didn't realize that this was... Oh, apparently I have a statue of all the gods in here too. Very interesting. Too bad it doesn't have the interactable with Mara and stuff. Do we have Talos? Yep, we do. So, but yeah, I do believe that she did... pick up this nerd so it stops making so much noise. I do believe though that she did respect Ulfric Stormcloak to a certain degree. Now let's talk a little bit about Ulfric's death and what I believe it, how I believe it would affect Skyrim. I do believe that Legarica is right. I do believe that it will end the war, and eventually the citizens of Skyrim who are still Stormcloaks will eventually lay down their arms and go back to their homes. Mostly because I believe that Ulfric was more than just an idol, he was a future. And without him, there is no more future for the destruction of Skyrim. Or for the Skyrim's freedom from the Empire. Ulfric had the right to be High King. He had a certain declaration of right to be High King because of his duel with Torque. Like he says before, he challenged Torque and Torque accepted. He then killed him. There was not... I don't believe that was murder. I don't believe he was guilty of murder. Was he guilty of treason? Yeah, he was definitely guilty of treason. 100% guilty of treason. Because he was betraying the Empire. But by Stormcloak, not Stormcloak, but by Skyrim law, I believe he was right. I apologize if you can hear me getting stuff out of the bag real quick. I'm moving some stuff around real quick while I talk. But... I do believe that by Skyrim right, that Ulfric Stormcloak had the right of it. He lost. By Skyrim right, he also died. Now, what happened to Ska? Now, why did she devour his soul? I don't believe she's devouring his soul as something of being mean to him. I believe she's devouring his soul to bind it with the Dragonborn, a hero of Skyrim. She believes that Ulfric to be a hero of Skyrim because he definitely did some great wonders for Skyrim. He had a true Nord's heart. He had great loyalty to Talos. She believes in him. She believes in his respect. Now, we'll talk more about his death near the end of the game because, spoiler alert, but we'll see him again. And when we do, we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about why he's there. Even in Sarah's story, he's there. And I'll explain why. But, as far as the war goes, it's over. The next thing we'll be doing is we'll be going and returning the sands, the Book of Sands to Wind and Sand to, what's his name over in Morthal, the Telvanni wizard, Neloth. And then we will be heading off to finish the main quest. I still don't know how many episodes it's going to be. I also don't know if it might change to that. We might end up going somewhere else instead. We might not just focus on the main quest, depending on how I feel. But that is my main goal right now, is finishing the main quest and being done with it. Mostly because Sarra is, like I said, I am getting to the point where I believe Sarra wants to finish this. It's not that she doesn't want, it's not that I'm not enjoying this. It's like I said, I feel like Sarra just wants to finish this because I believe she's gotten to that point. Finishing the war was definitely a big deal because this brings a unification of Skyrim that she doesn't have to worry about anymore. She now has it taken care of. When she moves on to her next, to a part of her plan that she doesn't realize is coming, but when she gets there, she'll be able to be done with this because she won't have to worry about Skyrim because she'll know it's taken care of for now. But as far as getting there goes, it's going to be a bit, like I said, we still have a lot of work to do before we finish this. We still have the main quest to finish, but we are getting close. The other thing I plan on doing, just in case you guys are worried, we are going to get the last of the dragon masks, the dragon priest masks, and bring it to Labyrinthia. I'm not forgotten about that. We are doing that, but we need to go through the main quest to get there. In the next episode, we'll be heading to Karthspire, in the next episode, we'll most likely be heading to Solstein in order to return the book, and then we'll be heading to Karthspire. Actually, you know what? We're going to return the book now. I don't feel like putting it off. We're going to go return the book now to Neloth. And once we return the book to Neloth, then we'll be closing out. But we're going to go return the book to Neloth real quick. I want to get that done and over with so that we can move on after this. Why I came back here instead of going back to Clockwork. Clockwork is disconnected from Skyrim, so I feel like this is the best place when we're talking about her exploits in Skyrim to be here for Skyrim.
The Northern Legion is shipshape and ready.
Yep. Let's head to Tel Mithrin. And this is the last planned side quest other than the Dragon Priest masks, which technically isn't, as far as I know, is not considered a side quest. And up we go. Hello, Master Neloth.
My new steward is acceptable. If only he made better tea.
The book was right where you said it would be. Here you go.
Well,
Not those books.
Time is more malleable. Perhaps this particular source was worth more than I thought he was. In any case, this is truly amazing. I think I can adapt this into a sort of whirlwind vortex energy. Yes, I'll write it out. And you can pick up a copy from Talvis in a few days. In the meantime, take this for helping me.
Of course. What do you have for sale? Going to be
I
enchanted?
could. It wouldn't do to have you become better
No.
than me.
What do you have
I
for sale?
might have a few staffs, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
I'm not. I'm more of interested to see if you have any good soul gems. If you don't really have any good soul gems. I do like all of the the unenchanted staves he has. The silver staff is definitely something I could see myself utilizing if I was into the more of creation of stabs. But I'm not. But we are off. We are now finished with that, all taken care of. Like I said, the main quest is all we have left, really, that I'm focusing on. So, for now, I'll see you all on the next one. I've been the Seven Swords. You've all been amazing. Likes, comments, and subscribes will be appreciated, but that's up to you. And I will see you all later. Bye.